In today's 5 at 5, we are asking 5 questions on the Giants hiring of Ben McAdoo to Giants offensive guard Geoff Schwartz, our buddy, who joins us on the phone. And, Jeff, just got to get your reaction right off the bat to your offensive coordinator getting elevated to the top job.
I'm excited. I text some of my guys. I mean, we're excited. It's nice to have someone that you know, obviously, that you've been through now for 2 years, who's really come along as a coach. He commands the room well. He's well prepared. I mean, we've done really well on offense, so it's nice to have a familiar face to get elevated to the head coaching position.
You know him. What about him makes him a good choice?
Well, I think first he's very prepared. He's very detail-oriented, which starts as a good base. And then as he's grown as a coach, he's gone to be more as a leader, more friendly with the players, kind of joking with us. What you have to do, you kind of open up to us. I think that eventually he commands the room. He did a great job of that this year. The way he motivates us, he uses kind of these presentations. He does a good job of finding creative ways to get us going. And he's also, he gets on you when you need when we need a little kick in the butt. So I like playing for Coach, and I'm sure he'll do a great job as head coach.
Do you see with him being elevated, the offense staying pretty much the same?
Yeah, I don't think there'll be much of a change. I know I've seen some rumors about what they're going to do with the staff, and those are all rumors at this point. But I don't think it'll change very much. Eli's done a good job. It'll be nice to we'll have Victor Cruz back next year, and add a couple pieces, and our offense should be humming along. I don't see any reason why he would change it, and I think that one of the reasons why he was kept was because of the progress of our offense.
No doubt about that. And someone you're referring to is Mike Sullivan becoming the offensive coordinator is what we were hearing, and then Joe Philbin coming back to be an assistant head coach. Let's talk about the other end of our news today, which is your old coach, Tom Coughlin. At first looked to be going to the Eagles, and then he withdrew his name from consideration. Are you relieved that you will not have to face him while he's coaching a division rival?
I don't know if relieved is the right word. I'm glad he's not in Philly. I think if he were to coach, he was going to go somewhere that could win right now. And I don't know if that is the case in Philly or San Francisco, where he was rumored, to be there. So I'm glad he's not in Philly. It'd be really weird to see him across the sidelines in green. And it's got to be weird for him to consider it. I mean, it's a business, so, that's the way it's going to work. But to be a division rival, for 12 years against someone like that, and then to go join them would definitely be, a little awkward probably.
Jeff, as you well know, you guys did not have a great year, but still you elevated one coordinator to head coach your franchise. Looks like you're keeping the other coordinator. They kept the GM. The only person they got rid of was the head coach. So is it clear in your mind that the ownership thought the problem last year was the head coach?
I guess it would seem that way, the way you put it. I don't know if he was the problem. We talked about this before about some personnel, deficiencies we had and lack of depth in certain positions. And, I think over time you just run your course. I mean, in 12 years, I know coaches won 2 Super Bowls, and I wish, we could have got another one for him. But I think just over time, you run your course at an organization, and maybe that's the way, the ownership felt. I know that as players we didn't feel that way. We played hard for Coach, and Coach did a great job motivating us. But I know that we're, excited to see what Ben can do as head coach.
Jeff, we appreciate you giving us a few minutes. We know and we can hear you're on Daddy Daycare. Even if you're such an NFL player, Daddy Daycare still takes precedence.
Yes.
Well, listen, we appreciate it very much, Jeff. We'll speak to you soon.
All right, talk to you guys later.
All right, real quick, just want to talk for a second in-house. Is that your sense? Let's just talk about this real quick. Is that your sense? They got rid of everybody. They kept everybody but Tom Coughlin. Is it clear in your mind that ownership thought they just needed to change the top voice?
I think it's probably more of what Geoff said, that they just felt like it had run its course and they needed a new voice at the top of the chain of command. But really, I mean, I don't know how you can view it any other way. They've basically changed nothing else other than Tom Coughlin and think that that's magically going to change it from being 6-10.
After what John Mara said at the end of last season, that this wasn't satisfactory, and then he laid it out right there. Someone had to go.
Yeah, someone had to go, and I do think a voice does, over the course of time, start to wear. And I understand there's great turnover in NFL rosters, but there are still some veteran guys, and when your message isn't getting through, and I think when you look at certain games this year, the Washington game down in D.C., where they came out flat as a pancake. I'm not even looking at the Minnesota game when they got eliminated the night before when the Skins won down in Philadelphia. There were certain instances this year where you expected to get a, guns a-blazing, giant effort, tremendous performance, and they came out flat, and I think you look at the head coach and you say, it's not necessarily about the X's and O's. It's having these guys ready to play and ready to fire their best shot.
Quickly, the Odell Beckham situation didn't help him.
No, I think that's a fair point.